Good afternoon, my dear ones. I just finished celebrating Mass here in church, and this, the feast of St. Isidore. As I mentioned in my homily today, I've felt that we had to do something as a parish to help feed the poor and the hungry during the time of this pandemic. One of our parishioners is a school social worker, and she stopped by to talk with me yesterday at my window. You know, there in my office where I'm at the computer, and you're on the other side of the screen and down on the curb, and I think I'm gonna start to have window hours. I would love that. Anyhow, she stopped to see me and I asked about how her students were. As I mentioned in the homily, she said that it's getting pretty tough. Some of those who are really prone to despair have talked about how despairing they are and that they've thought about killing themselves, which of course sets her into action. And also, parents have spoken to her at length about how they are running out of food and they're not working and the unemployment checks aren't coming and the stimulus money has not arrived, and they're afraid to go to food banks, or if they do go to food pantries and food banks, they're empty and they're not able to provide healthy food for their family. Lots of carbohydrates, but very little protein. I was touched by that and I said, what can we do? And I mentioned a few ideas, and she said to me, really, Father, the best thing you could do would be to give us grocery store cards. And we talked about that a little bit, and she said she would check with her supervisors today if that would be appropriate. And she let me know that the supervisor said it would be great and would be welcomed. So I went to ShopRite, Stop and Save, whatever it is, up here in North Providence, and I went to Shaw's. And between the two stores, I bought $750 worth of grocery gift cards. As I said in my homily, I invite you to help me with that. You know that everything you give to St. Sebastian's will be tax deductible. If necessary, I'll pay for it myself, which really means my dear sister Kathleen will pay for it, because I have, a little money, but that would be a lot. But all of us together, it would not be a lot at all. No gift is too small, no offering too great. Think of your elementary, middle school, or junior high student and not being able to feed them, or when you do feed them, you're worried about the next meal. Would you please help me in this? Help me bring these grocery store gift cards to the neediest of our brothers and sisters. Not thousands of miles away, but right here in Providence. Just send your check to the rectory, and in the memo, put grocery gift cards. And that'll all be accredited to your account. You're also going to receive a parish survey monkey, so I ask you to please fill that out so you have input into how we begin to proceed post-COVID-19. I'm sitting next to Our Lady, following the example of, first of all, my Holy Father, St. Dominic, and our Holy Father, the Pope, Pope Francis, in going to Our Lady and seeking her intercession for her grace in our lives, for her intercession in ending this virus, for her intercession to help us learn and recover from this. God love you, my dear ones. I can't wait to see you face to face and not have to stare at a little red light. God bless you. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.